What up, people? It's your boy Ching from Goon the Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is player ratings, where Arsenal somehow, some fluking way, won a game against Chelsea away from home, completing a double, um, and somehow picked up 3 points in this game. Of course, there's nothing on the line. Arsenal are the best team in the world when there is nothing on the line, and so is the case. Um, Now, I was gonna say, see, this is why I know this boy must have just woke up on some Nigerian time, right? Because I sent him the link about half an hour ago, right? I'm like, where is this guy? Right? And somebody told me, I bet if I go live, he'll pop up in the lobby wearing some juju Jamaican vest. That's exactly what's happened. So, belatedly, my partner in crime has arrived, and that is Mr. Ola's in the building. Say hello to the people.
What's going on, people? What's happening, man? Shit. I'm
You just
here,
woke
man. I'm
up
here.
on some old man
No,
thing.
man. No. I had something to deal with, man. You know what I mean? Just finished my Magnum and Red Tete. But yeah, it's a good night, man. I'm here. I'm
Nah,
here.
see, if you've got some Magnum, that definitely means you just woke up.
I don't know about waking up, but I just did some waking up. God damn it, you feel me? Shit.
Big up to everybody that is in the chat room currently listening to us live. Please do slap all right on this video, hit the subscribe button. Your support is always welcome. Um, and we're trying to ramp things up here on the channel. As you guys know, literally, the more that we're on here, the more that you guys can assist us. So please do hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's get to working out here. Big up to Dan T for your donation. As always, Dan T is a big supporter of ours. Someone that is subscribed to at least two of my channels. Are you subscribed to Chickflix as well, Dan T? You must be.
Yeah, getting my chick flicks, man.
You
Come on,
must be.
Dante.
You
What you
must be.
doing?
You must be. I'm in a kind of mood, bruv. I'm in that mood where I might drop a couple of chick flicks just on random. Just on a random tonight. So keep a lookout for that. But anyway, let's get back to the game. Obviously Arsenal won 1-0. Many people would not have seen that coming. How about yourself?
Bro, I didn't see that coming. I've always said on this show, like, I don't trust this team. I don't know what we're gonna do from one game to the next. And this is one of the games that just proves it. You know, salute to Diego, salute to Dante, salute to all of you man that's in the chat right now. This is one of them games that you look at. I mean, it's not even a week ago, maybe about a week ago, we lost a tie to Villarreal over two legs, and we're playing this kind of football. Like, where is this when you really need it? Because in the grand scheme of things, to me, this doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. I'm just looking at that game.
Just be
I
real.
can't, I
Be
can't
real.
let go of how we played against Villarreal. I can't let go of that. It's so bad, and every time you look at the last two games we played, and you're thinking, where was this? Yeah, man, it saddens me, man. It just saddens me as a football club, as as a fan that's proud, that's always proud of this club. But where we are right now, it's hard. It's hard to be an Arsenal fan, and we're declining, and we're papering over the cracks like we've been doing for years. You know, this is one of them games that will make some people think, oh yeah, you know what? We can go and do beats next year. We ain't got Europe. We can go and challenge for the title. We can go and get in the top four. This squad ain't good enough. I can't trust them from game to game what they're gonna do. You literally can't tell. I can't tell with this manager. He left three right backs on the. I know we won the game, but when you look at the whole selection part of it, he's left three right back on the bench and gone with Saka on right back or right wing back, wherever that part of the pitch he played in. He's left qualified people, specialists that we pay money to week in, week out. How much is Cedric on? What, 50, 60 grand a week? Something like
Mhm.
that. And you're playing Saka over him in the right position. I don't understand it. And these are the things that I question. And like I said, I know we won the game, but you got to look at the game as a whole. And
But are we
there are
are
things
we
there are things
being
that
are we being realistic enough? Like who? Like Lee keeps asking me this question. Well,
there
fuck
are
it.
just
I'll
things
ask
that I
you.
think
Uh,
is
uh,
gonna be
uh, uh,
consistent into next season. This
let me.
nothing's gonna change.
Lee keeps asking me this question. Let me ask you this question. Realistically, did
Mm.
you think Arsenal were going to sack Mikel Arteta this season?
Fuck no. I thought maybe David Luiz was muzzling. I don't know, bro. Anybody was better than him right now, man. But um, look, I didn't think they were going to do it, just because of the business model that they got going on right now. It suits them. If they're not
It
going to
suits
sell the
them.
club,
That's the
and
thing.
I don't think they're going to sell the club. It's a dream with Daniel Ek and the Invincibles and all of that. It makes me sleep a little bit better at night. I do sleep at night. Don't get it twisted. Don't get. I do sleep at night. So it makes me sleep a little bit better at night, thinking Daniel Ek is out there lurking, trying to trying to buy the club out, because that's a hope in itself. But right now, I don't think the owners are going to sell. We have to keep making the noise, though. That's the most important thing. We got to keep making that noise. We got to keep letting the sponsors know, hit them in the pocket, the people that we can get it out to that can hurt the business. That's what we need to keep getting it out to. So that's the message we have to keep sending out. But on the football pitch, look, we mustered off a 1-0 victory. Very Arsenal like, when their backs against the wall and there's no pressure. Sometimes when there's pressure, I don't want to be unfair to the club. You know what I mean? We played the finals against Chelsea, where we've been beaten in Baku, where we've won in Wembley. So, it's not like they've always battered us every time there's been pressure. But tonight was one of those nights where there was no pressure and we picked up 3 points and a clean sheet at that,
I think.
against a
I think
against a very good Chelsea team that was
my hope.
selected. Make no mistake.
My hope, and I think this is what's been also discussed in the chat, is my only hope for these lot leaving is that the Conquerors have taken two big L's over the course of the season. When you really think
Mm,
about it, the two big L's were financial fair play ending. I mean, that would have been a major L for them. The fact that, they no longer have that to rely on. And then the second thing would have been the Super League thing. Now, don't get it twisted. I think most people who are sensible will understand that this Super League thing is by no means over. And actually, I was discussing this the other day on Claude's channel. Shout out to
mm.
Claude, RIP. But
Big up, big up.
I was on Claude and the Banters the other day, with obviously the Banters, and I agreed. To be honest with you, had they come correct, presented the plan in a slightly different way, and made it clear what it was for, how it was going to work, there is no way that it would have been rejected and received the way it has been.
Mm,
But actually, because it was just half-assed, it was presented in a very arrogant way, um, and obviously people started abandoning shit before they even had a chance to properly sell it. But the mere fact that your big teams like your Real Madrids, your Juventuses, teams like that haven't given up on it shows you the things with that just needs to be rebranded, you know. But can the Kroenkes afford to wait the 3, 4, 5 years it might take to rebrand that idea? That's the question. That's where you have to stipulate that it might be an L. So I think, given the fact that we're also out of Europe, so that's a third L. We're out of Europe, so there's no European money for the very first time. They've really got to really take it into consideration. If I was them, I'd cut my losses. Fuck that. I'd cut my losses and I'd go. But like you say, maybe they're more resilient. Maybe they feel like they have a plan. Maybe they feel like if they spend money now and get the fans on side, that it'll buy them some time. Which it will, because our fans are fucking idiots. But we'll see what happens.
Bro, things are opening back up, right? You have to look at it. They've missed gate money for the last 18 months.
Yeah.
Right. Things are opening back up now. We could see in other sports that we both follow very, very closely. And it's going to get to the point where full stadiums are going to be sold and they're going to get that money back. Regardless, merch are going to be out. We could say we're not going to buy it, but there's fans. This is an international football club. There's fans around the world that will buy that thing off the site and get sent to them online. It's just how the business model is being built to the point where gate is not really important, but now that gate's coming back, they're gonna take whatever they can in this situation. So for me, I think they're gonna be a little bit resilient. I don't think Daniel Ek is really gonna get the bid, but it's nice that we have the hope. Let's not get it twisted. What I'm trying to say here, it's nice that the hope is there because it could happen. It could very well happen, especially if we all push the envelope. But Kroenke, they're rich enough. They look at their portfolio. They don't need to sell. We're not really crashing money just yet. When we're in, I don't know, ending 15 places stuff like we were earlier in the season, that gave them a little scare. But it could be a reality. I don't want us to get there, but it could be. Maybe that's when they probably look at something like that. Just look at the situation with Newcastle. That's a prime example of how much it takes to get this handover, to get over the line. We thought Newcastle was going to be owned by princes of Arab and they're going to be out buying Man City and they're going to win the league and they're going to bring Mbappe. And look where they still are, you know? So no takeovers is that easy. You know, I just live in a real world, man. No takeover is that easy, man. So we just got to chill for a minute and look at what we really got in front of us.
And the critical, you're right. What I would say is it also depends on the offer that he gets. Because obviously, if he gets an offer that allows him to be able to cover against that debt, then he'd be tempted to take it. That's for sure. But anyway, it is what it is. Arsenal, man. Anyway, we digress. Moved away from the game. Let's focus back on the game. I'm sure at some point I'll get you and Leon and we'll do some sort of season end.
Man, we got to do that,
man. But let's talk more about exactly. I'll tell you what we should talk about. Let's talk about individual mistakes. What on earth was Jorginho doing? I mean, he almost made Kepa look good in that little in that little part.
I mean,
I was like, what on earth is he doing?
Kepa did well to get there. He was wrong-footed, the whole weight and gravity, and we know what that's like when your whole weight is shifted. Even in the penalty shootout situation, once your whole weight goes to one side, it's so hard to get back to the other side and to still be able to get the ball away from crossing the line was really, really good by Kepa. There's been a lot said about it being a gift, and it was a little gift in sort of a way. But we've given better gifts than that because we still have to work for this one. Aubameyang still had to find the right pass. Smith Rowe still had to strike the ball on target. He hit the post. You know how much margin it is for the ball to go out and hit the post and go in. It's a tiny bit of margin in football terms, you know. So it's not like it was all gift wrapped. The ones that I've seen gift wrapped by us, look at the Shaka one in Burnley game. You just hit the Manchester and gone in. That's gift wrapped. This one we had to work for. You know what I'm trying to say? Like we put a little something together to get the goal. So, but individual mistake as far as Jorginho, poor from him. Kepa tried to save his blushes. Unfortunately,
I'm happy we were
it
there.
was bad. It was it was bad for them, and we put the deciding goal in.
All right. Let's go with player ratings without further ado. You guys know how we do player ratings by now. Thank you for watching us live. I know it's late. I know it's a game that not a lot of people cared about. So if you are watching us live, thank you so much. Please do stick a like on this video. First and foremost, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And just share the video around, particularly if you're watching it on Periscope. It costs nothing to just retweet, like, you know? So if you can do that, that'd be great. Let's start with Bernd Leno, a man who is under a lot of pressure, a man who has recently declared that he wants to leave the club for European football. What do you think about his performance today?
I thought it was really good tonight. I've been criticizing him over the last few games, but tonight I thought he was excellent, especially when he was under the cosh, because Chelsea threw everything at us, especially after we scored the goal towards the end of the first half, even early second half. Leno was pulling out some saves. So to me, I thought Leno was outstanding tonight. I'll give him a 7.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, do you know what? I'll give him a 7 as well. I thought he was very good at times. So you're right. Yeah, I'll give him a 7. What about Rob Holding?
Rob Holding, it had a mixed game. Even though it was a clean sheet, I thought it had a mixed game. I don't know, a 6, because it still kept a clean sheet, but it wasn't tidy, was it? You know what I mean? Some of the
I
things that he
agree.
tried to do, it wasn't really tidy. I'll say 6.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, especially when Drew came on, I think it was shocking when Drew came on. He was on for a 7 until then, but I'll give him a 6. What about Pablo Mari?
Pablo Mari, I'd say 6 as well. Give that ball away, shocking. Good positioning from Leno, hence why he's 7. Um, for Mari. You know what? I did say 6. I'll stick with 6. 6 for Mari.
Yeah, I'm going to go 6. He had a mistake, which almost cost us really, really badly. I like Mari. I still think, in terms of pure ability now, right now, I still think he's our best centre back.
Yeah, I wanted to see how he recovered from that as well, and he recovered well. So
yeah.
That's why he's at 6.
Okay. Kieran Tierney in a bigger surprise start of the game. How do you think he played?
I think he asked a lot of questions going forward. I think he pushed them back a lot. It was one of the players that was pushing. Even the goalkeeper was releasing balls to him, and he was beating Rhys James into those competitions. That's why we got a lot of corners from them as well. Obviously, they asked a lot more questions than we did, but the amount that we did, a lot of it was through Tierney. So with Tierney, I'd say 6 as well. I'll give Tierney a 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 6 as well. I thought he was okay. Tierney's always one of those guys where when he comes back from injuries, there's a couple of 6 out of 10s, and then he gets going. So yeah, that's that. On those calculations, that means he's still got the last game of the season to show what he's really about. But yeah, I'm going to go with a 6 for him. All right, into the midfield. Mohamed El Nene.
Nene, Jesus Christ, it's an engine, isn't it? For me, it's my man in the match. I'll give him an 8. I thought it was outstanding. The work rate, the effort, busting the gut, moving the ball around. Yeah, I thought it was very, very good tonight. So I'll give him an 8.
Just okay. Yeah, I'm going to give him a 7. I know a lot of people thought he was the man of the match. I didn't, but I thought he was decent enough. Passing was a little bit, sometimes was a little bit weird, but I thought generally speaking, I thought he one person who seems to be very comfortable playing alongside is Partey. And I think it showed because I actually thought it was both of their better performances. I mean, transitioning into Partey, who I also will give a 7 to. I thought it was one of his better performances. I thought he started the game very strong, just kind of barging one guy out of the way and kind of intercepting another guy. So I think he wanted to show that he's ready to step up when the time is right. So I was reassured by both of those performances.
Yeah, Partey I'll also give a 7 to. I thought this was one of his better games. I've been very, very critical of him over the past few games. Obviously, you've taken a lot of bullets for him. To be fair, Chig, you know what I mean. You've taken a lot of bullets for him. Fair play. Fair play to you. We have to invest next to him. We have to invest next to him.
We get that combination right. Get a Basuma next to him. You watch what happens. Watch.
Do you want Bissouma next to him or Buendia next to him?
I want Buendia in front of both of them.
You ain't asking for a lot, are you? You think Kroenke is gonna really give you that, brethren?
Well, this is the thing. I don't want to hear.
Do you think Kroenke is really gonna give you that?
This is the thing. I don't want to hear no. Quite frankly, because yes, you're correct in what you're saying, but I don't want to hear anything else. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear that you've spent a decent amount of money on both of these guys. Go and get them. I want to hear any other
no reason not to go and get them.
Because our midfield has been a problem for years, bro. You sort that midfield out? Shit. Watch what happens. Anyway, I digress.
Someone said you forgot Gabriel in the chat.
Should I? Oh, I did forget Gabriel.
Shut up, boys. H123. He said,
7.
Yeah, Gabriel, we didn't give a score.
7.
Yeah, 7 for him. Yeah, I agree with you.
He's the best out of the centre backs. Yeah. Saka. Well, you really can't play anywhere.
Do you want me to slaughter the lamb here?
I want to say 6. You're going to say that, are you?
No, Saka 4 for me, man. It was the worst out of the bunch, man. He didn't do nothing today. And I love the boy.
You're right. I won't go 4, but I'll go 5.
He's the 4 for me.
He was the worst out of the bunch. I will agree with you. Yeah. I'll agree with you. Yeah. Mind you, I'm saying that. Then Odegaard, do you think he was much better?
Odegaard, no. I don't think it was much better. I was going to give him a 4 anyways, below par. Both of them below par today. I expected much from Odegaard. I wanted him to take the game by the scruff of the neck. He had chances to do that as well. He had chances to shoot.
I think it's just been overplayed. So I mean, Saka that is. It's been overplayed. I think he's just tired, and still, for me, when I look around the team, he's still the best player of the season.
Who, Odegaard?
Saka.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I was just judging on this game. But yeah, if you look when we do season review, when we look at season review,
Yeah,
Saka is gonna get very, very. You know, what I mean, he's gonna get his flowers. Put it like that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But just on this
Okay,
game, I have to judge on this game. 4.
okay. Emil
Odegaard
Smith,
4 as well.
Emil Smith Rowe. By the way,
Smith Rowe.
I'll give Odegaard a 5.
Okay. He's there or thereabout. I thought it was below par because he has so many chances to do something himself and
Who?
try and Odegaard.
Oh, okay,
So that's why I'm asking a bit more questions of him. You know what I mean?
okay. So
Um,
Emil Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe, I'll give a 7. Um, Scored a goal. It's still a lot to do. Like I said earlier on, it just wasn't a gift like that. He still had so much to do. Actually, I go to 8. I go to 8 for Smith Rowe getting the goal. He worked so hard as well in the middle of the park. He was getting back, trying to get on the offense. Yeah, I go to 8. I give Smith Rowe 8. I
He's
thought it was
one
excellent tonight.
person. He's one person where if Arteta wanted to say, I improved him, it's Smith Rowe. And because surely, and funny enough, that was out of necessity, not out of judgment. If people
And
want
and 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 one more thing that's been very, very important in all of this is Smith Rowe has been fit
to,
throughout the
yeah,
whole season,
you're
and
right,
now
you're
we
right,
could see what he's really about.
you're
You know,
right, because he is someone that does pick up injuries, and they tend to be really bad ones. But he's I've always said, for me, he has the type of game where he'll develop well if he stays fit. And if he doesn't stay fit, we're looking at another Jack Wilshere. It's as simple as that. Um, and I think somewhere along the lines, it's almost like someone said, "Oh, you're not playing out like this." And I think he's developed so much. His off the ball running is so good. So you can see why he's favoured in the team a lot, because he works so hard. He's very good. I can only see him, provided by the way, he stays fit. I can only see that talent pushing more and more on. So let's see what happens. Big D's now. So hope you're well, brother. I see you. I actually listened to most of your show today. I just didn't say much. But yeah, I was in the chat room. Okay. What was I gonna say? Uh, and Aubameyang up top.
Aubameyang, he- I feel sorry for him today. I bagged on him last week, especially talking about all that malaria shit, man. Like I said, you know what I mean? I walked miles with firewood on my head from village to village, carrying firewood just to make sure we had something to eat, bro. Don't tell me about no malaria, bro. I had malaria coming left, right, and center. You feel me? But tonight he didn't really get no service. He didn't get service like that. He didn't. There was nothing really there for him to chew on as a striker, as someone that plays right from the middle. So I'm not going to kill him tonight. I'll give him a 5. Just average. He got the assist. Still had a lot to do, picking up Smith Rowe and getting the goal that ultimately secured the 3 points. Yeah, I'll give him a 5 for that.
Okay. Quickly, because I'm not gonna mark Chambers because he came on the 88th minute, and um, also Lacazette came on quite late and didn't do much. By the way, just for people to, I just realised I never marked him. Smith Rowe, I'm giving him an 8. Bamian, I'm giving him a 6. And the person I will mark is Hector Bellerin. I'll give him a 3-4. I kind of feel sorry for him because, of course, that could be his last Arsenal appearance now. We obviously got substituted towards the end for Chambers. And yeah, hopefully he won't go out like that because obviously we need to be able to sell him apart from Wednesday. We can't afford to sell him with an injury. And second of all,
He wants to play for Spain, man. Come on, man. He'll be fit by the time Euro starts, Bridget. Don't worry about that.
We'll see.
We need to sell it. We need to sell him off a European escapades. You know what I mean? Whatever he does in Euros, that's what we're gonna be. You know what I mean? Valuing him at, and hopefully he does well for them, so we can sell him on and bring in big money for him.
Yeah, hopefully it's not. I mean, you've got to think it's a significant injury for him not to finish a game with 2 minutes to spare. So that's why I suggest like, oh, it could be a bad one, but let's see what happens. And then last but not least, Mikel Arteta. Would you give him out of 10?
I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7. Look, he's gone and won the game and kept a clean sheet. Just on this game alone, I'll give him a 7. It's took 6 points off for Chelsea. So looking at it in isolation, you can't not do that, you know. So yeah, I have to give him a 7.
Yeah, similar. Same for me. Where was this a week ago? You know, it's like you put in an order. It's like you put in an order for a big Arsenal performance, and it's come a week too late. So yeah, I think that for me is the most disappointing thing about it. Yeah, I think we held in there, we gritted down. Chelsea probably should have got more than they actually ended up getting from the game. But why is it that we only ever perform when there's nothing on the line? And you watch, because I know my team, right? Oh. There's 2 games left. People are starting to get gassed. Oh, we just beat Chelsea. We're going to put ourselves on the line and maybe we might finish 7th or something, right?
Please, don't do that to yourself.
I promise you we'll lose one of those last 2 games. Brighton or the other one.
I don't know who after going through, unless you've not been watching football throughout the whole season, unless you've been living under a rock and you don't see what's been happening in the Premier League. If you think we're just gonna walk through them last 2 games that we've got, got something else coming. You know what I mean? Just go and look at the whole season and look how we played out.
This is the same Graham Potter, by the way, that legitimately people have had serious conversations about potentially taking over Arsenal. They're not Lee Gunner jokes. Wow. They're like, oh, could you see a Graham Potter taking over Arsenal? So, don't be surprised if, all of a sudden Brighton come and beat us, because they have a tendency of beating us as well. So I almost feel like putting on a bet for it as well. But anyway,
Eddie Howe's out of a job. Bro, you can't trust this owners neither. I can't trust the team. I can't trust the manager. I can't trust the owners. I can't trust Edu. Bro. Do you know how hard trust is a big thing, man? And you can't trust nothing they're doing right now. I don't trust them in the summer. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a long summer, bro.
Supposedly, we're in talks with Ryan to sign him permanently. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. With Arsenal, I've learned not to stress anymore.
I mean, that's the level. Why aren't we pushing the boat? Why aren't we trying to get someone like a Donnarumma or some big name like that? Why aren't we trying to fix that problem? If Leno's gonna go, so Ryan is the next best thing that we gotta look to someone we got from Brighton that we're about to go and play at the end of the season. Like, is this what we've got to look forward to as an Arsenal fan? Are we supposed to jump up in joy for something like that?
I hope that the fact that we're speaking to Brian doesn't mean that we're speaking to him to be a number 1 now. I think you'll still be a number 2.
Boy, you're only gonna get Ronaldson for number 2, bro. That's what's gonna end up happening. I don't trust this lot.
Nah, I'd be shocked if I don't know. Actually, it's Arsenal. Nothing shocks me with Arsenal. So let me calm them words down. You never know.
You know what I mean? You were just about to
Yeah,
walk in there, man. You're just about to walk right into this is Arsenal, man. You can't put nothing past them.
it's like no, we'll see. But yeah, all right then. Well, that's pretty much it from us, guys. Please do slap a like on this video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Um, Over the next coming weeks, I'm going to be increasing the amount of videos that I put out on here. Obviously, as we come to the end of the season, more transfer rumor videos will come on board. Shopping block will return. So you guys keep an eye out on that. And also, I'm not handing over the reins. I'm going to include Ola more on the producing side for the combat show. It's only because I haven't had time recently. But we're having conversations at the moment, and what you're going to see is a lot more creative control from Ola with regards to that channel. So you'll start seeing a lot more combat show related stuff, a lot more shorter videos, longer videos, lists, discussion pieces, things like that.
Clips,
So you may not
news.
necessarily always get me and Ola on the combat show together, apart from on Fridays, of course, where it's our actual show. But yeah, it's just we're trying to expand, just like everyone else. We're trying to think of ways to kind of make ourselves stand out. Obviously, I've got 3 channels under one scope here, and I've even got a way of what I even know what I want to do in my movie channel. Actually, the movie channel, the transition for that is the easiest, but actually, the ones that I'm more committed to growing is Gooner Eagle Eye and the Combat Show. So please do keep an eye out on these changes and support them, guys. Support them. I know that I've been ill. I know that I'm not being consistent because I've been ill, but I'm coming back. And I need you lot. All right. So just continue just drilling the shit out of those likes. Hit the subscribe button, and let's take over the. Let's take back my spot. I think they forgot who the fuck I am on
For real,
YouTube.
man. Y'all
They
must have
forgot.
forgot.
They forgot who I am on YouTube. They forgot that
Y'all must have forgot, man.
I run late night YouTube. They forgot that I ran late night evening YouTube. Forgot. So let's remind them. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
for real.
We're out of here, guys. Take care, and we'll be back very, very, very soon. All right. And Ola.
Salute. We're
All
out.
right. Take care. Peace.